We have the pleasure of being joined by Peter Baker now. We couldn't think of anyone better. 7-shot victory at Seapoint. Second round, you had 10 birdies, and you've got to putt well to do that.
Most of my career really, when it's sort of gone wrong, I sort of shoulder to the left, it goes outside, open face, and obviously start cutting the putts really more than anything. So basically what I did was get my shoulders a lot squarer, feet a little bit open, a lot squarer, and then feel like that the putter face stays square going back and inside. So really to do that, I try not to rotate my left arm. So if this is rotating, the face rotates. So I'll really try and feel that stays looking at the hole as I take it back.
There you go, it's easy.
Yeah.
When you're at a tournament, do you use any equipment to help you go through that process?
I use the mirror, the putting mirror, so making sure my shoulders are square and I'm aiming the putter correctly. But I'm not a massive one for sort of gadgets really on the putting green, but I do use the mirror a fair bit.
And a little birdie told me that this is potentially a replica putter of '93 Ryder Cup.
Yeah, it's very much the same, B60, ping B60, very much the same shape. Maybe a slightly modern version from the one I use. This is probably, I think it's about 10 or 12 years old, modern day version. But so, yeah, it's just something I like the shape of. I always like the so the ones with a bit at the back really. So yeah, it's been a good model for me throughout my career.
I think that is another good tip for people at home, because people that putt very well tend to have putters for a serious amount of time. So I think that's a good omen for you, keeping the same.
Yeah,
same
I mean, no, if I putted badly with it, I should probably have a couple of days with something else that I probably don't like, and then I come back to it and I like it again.
You're like, oh,
that
this
sounds
is
a bit
good.
strange, but yeah. So yeah, mainly this sort of model.
And we've spoken about technique. Could you talk us through routine? What are you thinking about when you have a putt?
Yeah, Bob. Firstly, I think it's always pace is everything with the putting. You know, if you get your pace right, you can read the putts a lot better. So, I mean, these greens are absolutely perfect this week. But if you do get some blemishes on the green or spots on the greens, if I'm reading it, I try to sort of add the dots up a little bit, maybe a couple of dots, and put over it. That sort of helps me if I sort of just haven't quite got it right. But yeah, pace is everything with the putting. If you get the right pace, you've got a great chance of reading it right.
And does picking the blemish on the green, like you say, it's hard this week, but does that help you visualise the putt?
Yeah, it does, yeah. Yeah, it's all visualisation really. I think that's, you know, if I'm sort of trying to knock it over here, if it was a spot there, so to speak, I'd be sort of line up with that and then look at it, and then I'd maybe pick something up here if it's a bit more of a swing on it. And then I'll just, you know, obviously I'll just try and roll it over, and hopefully it goes in.
Wrong blemish.
Wrong blemish, yeah. Bad putt.
Now finally, we talk about visualisation, line, pace. Any good drills you do when you get to a tournament to help you get your pace?
Yeah, I think I sort of start with longer ones, say 30, 40 foot putts. I don't try not to go in very short early, so I try to get myself the pace. And I'd hit with a longer putt, I'd hit it and I wouldn't look where it goes. And I sort of say to myself, is it short or long? So there's a bit of feedback from it. And obviously you look up and it is where it is.
It's in the hole?
Well, yeah, sometimes. But I find that really helps you get the pace when I get to different courses.
One tip you'd give the amateur viewers at home to help their putting?
You've got to get the right putter, as in what I mean by that is the length. I think the length's really important. And you've got to go with your style. So I'm very much a shoulder putter, where you've got Tiger's a bit more rotational. So I'm sort of more shoulder, so I don't try and really rely on my hands. I try and really keep it all solid as a unit. And my left arm doesn't, like I say, left arm doesn't rotate. And I try and take straight back and through. Now that sort of suits me. Might not suit everybody, but I think go with what suits you. Don't try and do something that you feel really uncomfortable with.
And if they want to try that, towel underarms, triceps connected, what do you...
Yeah, I don't like that.
No?
I don't like that. I know it takes a bit of feel out of it.
Yeah.
I think, if anything, you just try and keep that left arm a little bit, not pushed in tight, but connected, shall we say. And that helps me from sort of the arm going away. That helps me, it's just that first bit going back. It stops me from getting away and rotating.
Should we see one more?
One more.
I'll be caddy.
Right.
Find your blemish.
Find me blemish, yeah. Well, yeah. Just tough this week. They're superb. So it'd be their shoulders square for me, which feels shut to me, but it's and then I wouldn't rotate my left arm, come inside, and then there we go.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your insight. I think people at home will get a lot out of that, so thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you.